So now what?
I've brought the prince, Your Grace.
Gustadolf, you traitorous bastard! You'll pay for what you've done to my family! Mark my words! Ugh.
Easy there, Avlora. We need him alive, after all.
Why?
I'm sworn to do all in my power to keep you from harm, Your Excellency.
The boy is overcome with emotion, and who could blame him? Perhaps this will quell his rage a bit.
Cordelia.
Cordelia!
Brother! Let him go.
Indulge her, Avlora.
Oh, brother! Thank the heavens you're safe. They didn't hurt you, did they?
I'm fine. I thought I'd never see you again. Let us speak after. Surely the Archduke will afford us that small mercy.
Yes. Later, then.
Prince Roland, you are well aware of the position Glenbrook finds itself in, yes? Your kingdom is ours. House Tellior and House Wolford have both bent the knee.
Wolford hasn't technically bent the knee. They're just kind of biding time.
Among the three high houses, only House Folks still proves recalcitrant.
You mean for me to convince Lord Landroy to submit?
Oh, nothing so tedious as that. I want you to order his death. I'm certain House Wolford would be more than happy to oblige.
You're mad! I won't be a mouthpiece to your cruelty.
I know you've only just come into your responsibility, so allow me to offer a word of advice. A prince's first thought should ever be of his people.
What are you saying?
Landroy will not stand idly by for long. When he acts, and act he will, this land will once again be consumed by the fires of war. It is your duty as prince to quench that fire while it is yet kindling, lest you rule over a kingdom of corpses when all is done. You see that I am right, Your Highness. Give the order.
Yeah. Oh man. So that's probably what's gonna happen either way. Basically, either we I think what's probably happening is either we go after House Landor or we go after the other house. So there's two options here. If we give up Roland, then we're gonna have to attack a House Falks. If we don't give up Roland, then we have to defend against them, and then we're gonna take this house. Erica and Thalos. That being said, this is the easier path to take because it's a lot harder to convince 4 people than it is to convince 2.
Thalos, enjoying yourself, are you? I do wish you'd learn to temper your vices, brother.
And I wish you'd learn to live a little, sister. Well then, what is it?
We leave for the Falk's domain at once.
I thought those Wolford dogs were to do the deed. Why must we go?
You really must use your head more often. The one atop your shoulders, that is. When have you ever known a dog to be obedient without some good measure of discipline?
Indeed. Very well then, dear sister. I shall be ready anon.
'Twould seem the rumors were true, my lord. House Wolford has delivered Prince Roland into Esfrost's clutches. And House Telior, my lord, they too My lord?
My good man, when you look at this painting, what do you feel?
It is our home, as beautiful and verdant in reality as it is depicted by a master's brush.
Indeed, it is a treasure, our land. It's safekeeping entrusted to us by His Grace King Regna. May his soul rest in peace. An honor without equal. A duty worth fulfilling. At all and any cost. A duty I will not shirk from. Now or ever.
This just sucks. Oh, man. Like, this is the default path, because this is the easiest path to take.
My lord, are you off to battle again?
Aye, by the royal family's decree. And I have need of able-bodied men.
Return victorious, my lord.
Worry not, we shall.
Why, if it isn't the young Lord Wolf?
Oh, it's you.
Minister Patria, I had not heard that you were paying visit to our domain.
Ah, Lord Wolford, pray do not concern yourself on my account. My work here is all but done, and it is time I was on my way. I must commend you, my lord, for keeping order and harmony in your domain, despite the rather... most admirable indeed. At the end of the day, our duty is to the throne. In times of uncertainty, we must value order above all else.
Yes, I can see the merit in that. Thank you for your wisdom.
He did well, and I have no doubt, met by your leave, my lord.
Freak.
What? Invade the Falk's domain?
Such was the edict delivered to us by the Esfrosti messenger.
Ludicrous. They would have the high houses turn on one another? We should be treating with house faults, not stabbing them in the back.
Doubtless the Archduke has little regard for honor between houses. He views the Falk's land as a fruit ripe for plucking.
One which they would pluck for themselves. Or have us pluck for them, rather.
The decree was signed in Prince Roland's own hand.
Lies! His hand was forced.
Indeed, by my brother. And if we disobey, the Archduke would have good reason to make an example of us.
Gustadolf wins either way. We're trapped.
And yet, no trap is infallible, my lord. There must be a way to avoid the civil war the Archduke is intent on causing.
Aye, and I reckon Lord Landroy's of the same mind. He's the last man who wants to see countrymen slaughtering each other.
Agreed. But we must tread carefully.
If indeed it is the land itself that Gustadolf desires, perhaps an exchange can be arranged.
An exchange of what? Territory?
Just so. House Telior negotiated similar terms. Far from ideal, to be certain, but preferable to the alternative. Whether Lord Landroy will be amenable to such terms, however, is another matter entirely.
Still, it is our best chance. Let us treat with Lord Landroy. In the meantime, Aesfrost must believe that we are playing along. Advance our forces to the Falk's domain.
Yes, my lord.
Huh. A bird rise, bearing great news for Lord Landroy. The wars have bent the knee to Aesfrost. House Falks alone stands loyal to Glenbrook's fallen king. So what if we... Maybe what we're going to try doing is we're going to pretend to kill Landroy. Maybe we will kill him, though. Who knows?
What news from House Wolford, my lord?
The Archduke has ordered them to march on our domain in Prince Roland's name. A clever ploy, if true. No matter the outcome, Aesfrost profits. However, House Wolford claims to have no intention of blindly following these orders. They seek to parley, that we might together find a way to prevent the fall of the three high houses.
How will you respond, my lord?
How indeed. The Wolfords handed over His Highness to save their own hides, hardly an act that warrants our trust. That said, their desire to avoid bloodshed is no doubt sincere, if only to bide time to lick their wounds. And somehow, I suspect there may be more to this stratagem of theirs.
My lord, then you...
I shall grant them audience. Pen the reply.
At once, my lord.
Prince Roland has passed his decree. The complete decimation of House Falks is the order of the day. A chilling command, which would see one of Glenbrook's 3 high houses reduced to bloody rubble. Though penned in the prince's hand, the order was not his own. Forcing his hand was Archduke Gustadolf, a specter over his shoulders until the ink had dried. House Wolford is given the command to uproot their erstwhile countrymen, and with heavy hearts, they march. However, the young Serenoa bears hope. Hope that bloodshed can be stopped. Hope that Lord Landroy can be convinced to see reason. Hope that the day is not far off when the realm will know peace again.
If we do have to kill Landroy, then that's gonna... Yeah, see, those two are coming as well. They could definitely have something to do with this, because... Let's say, for example, maybe what we could do is we pretend to kill him, but then take him into custody. But they could try and finish the job, too.
Oh, the Wolfords have been ordered to bring down House Falks, you say?
It would appear so. They entreat us for arms and...
A request we will deny, of course.
Consider it done.
I do believe this little conflict between... No doubt Landroy will spare no effort as he makes his last stand. Our day draws near, Booker, and we must make every preparation for its arrival.
And so it shall be.
Sleazes. This is an interesting game.
The Falklands truly are the jewel of Glenbrook.
Aye. I don't see Landroy giving him up easily, even if it comes to war.
And that is why we will not simply give them up. We shall negotiate, such that he is a reasonable man, yes?
That he is, my lord. But we cannot hope to make him see reason if we cannot speak to him face to face.
Should we negotiations fail, we'll find ourselves fighting on their terms. I must have a strategy at the ready. Behold the lifts over there, my lord. Typically, they are employed by those who work the land, yet I believe they might also serve us in battle. Huh. To come to that, we should not hesitate to take advantage of this rain. It might behoove us to survey the land before Lord Landroy arrives. My cousin lives in the Crown City, but I haven't heard from him of late. I wonder if he's alright. If negotiation fails and battle with house folks ensues, their archers would have the upper hand, raining down arrows upon us from above. First, I lose Prince Roland. Now must I turn my blade against my countrymen? And not just countrymen, but house folks, loyal retainers of the crown. I hope we can resolve this with words alone. We gotta try this to get the Falklands as well. I have every intention of doing so, even if it comes down to the battle. I do wish to see the little harmless possible come to both sides. I have the hope that he will listen to reason, but we must be prepared for all contingencies. This used to be the site of a great fort many years ago. That's why the grounds are traced like this. My grandpa told me so. Even the smallest spark could set these fields ablaze now. We must needs tread carefully. The chronicles say that many a field is set ablaze like a salt iron roar. You should know better than to say like that. It's bad luck. Set them ablaze. Yep. I'm sure you can do it with fire too. Lord Landroy thinks only of the happiness and prosperity of his people. Isn't she a beauty? These windmills are pride of the Falk's domain. It's the power of wind that moves these lifts, you see. Lord had them built so we could use the fields to their fullest. These fertile lands were given to us by King Ragnar, so we need to make the most of them. Lord Landroy entrusted my family with fixing the windmills. My son is in charge of repairs. I just manage the parts. Wait, can I? No. Okay. The lore of the House Folks is renowned for about bowmanship in the Salt Iron War. These hills are perfect for archers. Were I in command, I would stage my troops near that structure. Is that true what they say that Prince Roland is taken prisoner by Frosty? That's what's happening in Glenbrook. Lord Landroy is preparing to fight below House Wolford. Surely they don't mean to forsake his highness to save their own hides. These lists are probably oh. Wait. These lists are probably windmills. Our family has been tasked with Lord Landroy to keep them in good repair. Should even a single one of them break down, we'll rush the scene to fix it. In Frost, might is everything. The power rises to the top, and the weak submit are crushed by their iron boot. Leaders like Gustav don't know the meaning of peace. We see our fate the day his grace thought we could reason with them. What bountiful fields they have here. I wish I could tarnish this beautiful land in a fight. We as a specialty of this land. We export to both Hezant and Frost. I hear a ghastly rumor that Frost invaded the Crown City. Could they be after our wheat too? Yes. They grow their wheat in terrace fields, I see. I suppose it's listed used for planting. Mayhap we can leverage this in battle. We have nothing to lose by learning how to operate it, especially if we can't find common ground. Yep, like that. Lord Landroy should be arriving soon. Let's hope he is receptive to our terms.
As Frosty forces muster at the border, they're preparing to advance.
Frost, what treachery is this?
While we were preparing for the parley, they snuck up on us unawares. What shall we do, my lord?
So the Wolford dogs have already learned some tricks from their new master, eh?
They set a trap. Man. Yep.
We await your command, my lord.
Split our forces in two. Send one regiment to the border. I shall lead the other to meet House Wolford in the field.
Aye, my lord.
We'll defend King Regna's gift until the last of us falls.
That's what they were planning.
The history shall know that House Fox did not bend the knee.
Oh no. With knowledge that as far as the army even now advances on its domain, Lord Landroy makes the only decision available to him. Well, this sucks. Our planet's went up in flames.
Enough of your schemes, you traitorous dog.
Lord Landroy, what is the meaning of this?
His arrow's already knocked. What happened to manners, old friend?
You'd like that, wouldn't you? For me to give you a hearty embrace while Frost cuts me down from behind. Ha! A shameful scheme befitting the cowards who abandoned our prince.
Are you mad? We haven't a clue what Frost is scheming.
Lies. I'll listen to the slithering of snakes no further.
We've been swindled. Gustadolf meant to force this battle from the start. Damn it all.
Ash in the wind? Smoke from the village. The houses burn!
What madness is this, Landroy? You would set your own home ablaze?
And what would you have me do with it? Leave it for Frost to pillage and plunder? The only thing those bastards will get from me is an arrow through the eye.
Oh, he lit a blaze.
Landroy, no! There must be another way.
There is no other way, boy. Your treachery saw to that. King Regna, it will not be long ere I stand by your side again.
He leaves us no recourse. Swords!
So there's no point in trying to keep the fields from being burned because he'd burn them anyway.